All right.
Guys,
What's up,
welcome
man?
back. Per usual,
Yeah, we're back.
life kind of got in the way for a little bit there for
Yeah, 2 weeks.
schedule wise. We were both kind of busy,
Yeah.
but we're back at it. We are back at it. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Hopefully.
let's. This was a
Hopefully,
we. First of all, we both did terrible. This was a bad week for both of us. You
very
beat
bad
me.
weekend picks.
You beat me. You went what 8-6?
Yeah, I was 8-6. You went 7-5, but it wasn't. I mean, it's just. Man, it was horrible. It was horrible, man. Horrible picks, man.
It was a
Horrible,
bad week.
horrible,
There was
horrible week.
there was a lot of upsets this week.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much every favorite lost. Everybody, and every top NFC team lost except the Falcons. 1-6 lost Sunday. Who played Tampa? Well, Tampa didn't play, so of course they couldn't lose. But everybody else that was 1-6 that played lost in the NFC. Atlanta was
Yeah.
Atlanta was the only one that won that was like in the top seven. Yeah, it was just a man bad week. Bad week for picks.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
it was it was an off week. it was an off week.
every year there is one like that in the NFL, and week number 9, was it. So, but man, but I mean, bad week, very bad week, man. So you got the
Even
schedule
like
pulled up
like
here.
even like heavy favorites, like even the
Yeah,
Cowboys got taken
the
out. You know what I
Cowboys
mean?
got
Like even
smoked. Cowboys
even
got
even
smoked.
even the heavy favorites got taken out. You know,
Yeah,
teams that
yeah.
you thought were shoe in wins. It was a weird week, man. It was a
Yeah,
weird
Cowboys
week.
got cream, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
didn't.
one I was not expecting that. I was not expecting them to come out and lay an egg like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of teams that was really, really. It's hard to say which one surprised you because it was the Cowboys, it was the Bills, the Saints, uh, the Bengals. The Bengals got. I mean, the Bengals have they've fallen off. I mean, they're now they were number one in the AFC 2 weeks ago. They lost with the Jets, and then they lost now to the Browns. So now the Bengals have fallen back. Yeah, but it was a really, really weird week. The Rams were favored. They lost at home to the
Yeah, yeah.
Derek, the Derek Henry-less Titans. That was surprising.
No, absolutely. That was, yeah, no doubt. So let's dive right into it, man.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the Thursday night game, the Jets
I
and the
gave
Colts.
I gave you this win because I figured you picked the Colts. So I know when you texted me the picks, you didn't put this in here, but I figured you picked the Colts over the Jets. So I gave you this. I gave you one. I gave you one there. So but the Colts beat the Jets.
So the Colts took out the Jets 45-30. So a high scoring affair there. Just nothing really really spectacular. I mean, both of these teams kind of struggling. The Colts trying to find their way, and the Jets they're just the Jets. Jets are 0-5 on the road with that loss too. They have not won a game on the road yet this season.
I had so many problems streaming that game with OBS. I had to end it. I mean, I had so many problems. Luckily, the game was horrible. I didn't have many people in the stream, where I didn't really take anybody off. But I mean, it was horrible. I mean, OBS kept crashing on me. I couldn't. I tried resetting the IP address, didn't work. And I finally just gave up. I said, I even texted you. I said, man, I've been having so many problems with OBS tonight, and I just didn't understand what the problem was. But luckily the game was a blowout, and I didn't really miss much because I mean, yeah, it was like 42. It was 42-10 at one point.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
Yeah. So
the Colts take care of business there. Some big time numbers on both sides being put up though. So 3 touchdowns for the quarterback for the Colts there, Johnson. 317 in the air, 3 touchdowns. Taylor with 100. Taylor for the
Jets, yeah.
That kid Taylor for the Colts, 172 on the ground with only 19 carries and 2 touchdowns. That's a day, man.
That's 9.1 yards per rush. That's like almost insane, man.
It's almost a first down every time you give him the football.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting a first down every time he's getting the football, he's getting onto the first down. But yeah, I mean, they just threw the ball they threw the ball 52 times. New York threw the football. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a blowout though. Like the Colts easily handled their business there.
And the poor Jets are down to their fifth quarterback because Mike White got hurt. So, man.
Yeah. So let's get it. So let's move it on to the 1 o'clock time slots here on the East Coast. That would be noontime for you, for the Central folks. And we're going to go from one blowout to another, unfortunately, Goose. The Bengals and Browns going at it, and Cleveland absolutely demolishes Cincinnati 41-16. Joe Burrow, 282 in the air and 2 touchdowns. I mean, excuse me, 2 interceptions for Burrow. So not a good day, about 50% and two picks. Yeah, so not a good day for him. Through the air.
They could run football. I mean, the
Bengals, the Browns, on the other hand, though, they the Baker was on a roll. OBJ being gone, I think, kind of reignited that offense a little bit, and they looked like a different team.
And they also the Browns were able to run the football, opposed to the Bengals. We both missed on this one. I thought the Bengals would
beat them.
Win. But they're a young team, so I guess they're going through that young team motion where they're going to be inconsistent. So, but yes, and the Bengals, that's a bad loss. That's not a bad loss for them, but it's a division loss. It's a conference loss, so that's going to hurt them in the playoff standings. So going forward.
Yeah, no, the Browns just looked like a different team. They took apart the Bengals. It wasn't even a contest, man. Burrow's picks were bad picks. Did you see it? They were bad at footballs. He didn't have a good day.
No.
He was under duress for a lot of that game. Nick Chubb on the ground, though, 14 carries, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he was having himself a day.
Yeah, they ran to be at the Browns.
Like you just said, though, they could run the Browns are running it all over him.
All right, what game we got next on the docket?
All right, coming up, once again, we're going to stick with the blowout theme. Yeah. The Broncos take apart them boys 30-16. Teddy Bridgewater 19-28, 249, 1 touchdown. And this is just another one where I thought the Cowboys. I seriously thought the Cowboys were going to win this game by 3 scores. I did not in any way, shape, or form see this coming.
Yeah, I think they were favored by 10 points, and I said picks that I think the Cowboys not only going to win, but they're going to cover by a lot. But they were down 30-0. I mean, Dak Prescott at best in the post game. He said they just got their ass kicked. That's what he said. We got our ass kicked, and he was right. But the Broncos just beat the shit out of the Cowboys. Wasn't even close.
It was at one point it was like 30-0, right? 28-0, right?
30-0.
Dude, that's not good. That's bad. But you know what? Like Dallas was bound to have one of those games where they just kind of lay an egg.
Every team does.
Everybody has them.
Now that there's a 17-game schedule, which is stupid, but that's for another video. But it's good bound to happen when you have now there's an extra game they're throwing in. So yeah, not surprising.
Not at all, dude. Not at all. like you said, like Dak just was talking in the post game, and he just said that they
got
just
their ass
beat
kicked.
us. They just beat us.
Yeah. I think he even said ass kicked. I think they of course they had to bleep that out. But I think that's his exact words. They just got their ass kicked.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. I think that's his
all
exact.
Right. So let's keep it in the 1 o'clock time frame here, Goose, and we will move it on to the Toilet Bowl, otherwise known as the Dolphins versus the Texans.
Jeez. Yeah.
And the Dolphins come out victorious in this one, 17-9. Jacoby Brissett, 244 in the air, 26 of 43, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, when I picked this game, I picked Miami just because they're playing at home. They're both at 1-7. I had no idea who to pick. That's what Miami's at home, so I'll pick them. And I guess that turned out to be the right pick because they were able to win. But yeah, when I saw this game, I was like, man, 1-7. I said if I was betting, I would stay away from this game. If I was betting, I wouldn't have betted it at all because it's just. But two bad teams.
The Texans are terrible. They're a bad. They're going to be fighting it out for the number 1 overall pick. I guarantee it.
Ever since what's his face got hurt, his name is escaping me. But ever since he got hurt, they've been bad because they played well the first 2 weeks. Then
the first 2 weeks of the season.
Then their quarterback got hurt, and then that was it for them. So yeah, not much to talk about this damn game.
All right. So that was a little closer of a game, and now I will leave it. I'm going to leave this one for you here, Goose. Falcons and AFC.
I know what game this is. Yeah.
An AFC South matchup between the Falcons and the Saints, and I'll leave it off for you, man. You can take this one over because I was shocked at that outcome. But go for it.
I mean, the Saints decided to play football in the fourth. I mean, you can't just play one quarter in the NFL and expect to win. I mean, they didn't score all in the first half. Penalties and drop passes were the name of the game, especially in the first half. I think we had like 6 drops in the first half alone. We had 30 yards of penalties on one drive, and it was all back to back. We had a holding call. I think we had 2 holding calls, a false start, a delay game. It just put us out of scoring territory, obviously. But I mean, the Saints were able. Luckily, they were able to take the lead. I have no idea how they were able to take the lead. How horrible they played. But then I questioned the defense that they were on one-on-one coverage on the outside with no safety help, and Atlanta just threw over the top, and Cordell Patterson was able to run under it and make the catch, and they were in field goal range then. And it's wins and losses, man. You win, you lose. NFL, that's all that matters. And Atlanta got the dub.
So it doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile.
Bad. You know, we talked about how bad Atlanta was to start the season off, but Atlanta's starting to figure things out. They're a lot better than they were the first 3 weeks of the season. They're a lot better than they were the first week of the season.
Yeah,
they're a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. Slowly but surely. And Kamara didn't have a good day on the ground either, man. 50 yards on 13 carries. It was so weird because
the first few drives, we were running the ball at will on them. I mean, we were getting like 5-6 yards a carry, and then we just stopped. And because the Falcons came in with a bad run defense. Falcons had one of the worst run defenses in the NFL, and then they did adjust a little bit in their run defense. They started slowing us down, but I mean, we did about 43 times and ran only 25. It should have been probably 5 more runs and 5 less passes. I think 38 passes and 30 runs would have been more towards Sean Payton's 50-50 because he's never going to be 50-50 on the button. But 38-30 is pretty much close to what he's but
because he usually tries to call a balanced game when it comes to run and pass. He he tries to. I know he does try and balance them as best he can.
Yeah, when the Saints are really off kilter on that, they usually lose the football game. But I mean, we had a big turnover, a fumble. It was 17-6. Taysom Hill had 2 back-to-back plays where they brought Taysom Hill in because the offense was sputtering. The offense was going nowhere, so they brought Taysom Hill in. We get like 35 yards on 2 plays. Then they take him out and put Simeon back in, and that's when Simeon fumbled, and Atlanta picked it up and ran it back to the 3-yard line. They scored. It was 24-6, and I said the game's over. I said the game's over now. But the Saints were able to come back and take the lead, but Atlanta, at the gun, Atlanta got the victory. That's all that matters, man. So now they're 1 game behind us. But we'll play them. We'll play them again. End of the year, we'll play them. So hopefully we can at least split the series with them. But we
level the score a little bit.
I mean, so as long as we split the series with them, I think that's good. So,
but we're gonna go from one upset to another. The Raiders and Giants.
Yeah, this is another surprising game.
The Raiders and Giants going at it here. And in Giants at home, Raiders going into MetLife there, and the Giants going to edge the Raiders 23-17. That was one I did not see coming. I thought the Raiders were going to win by at least 10 points. The Giants were a struggling team. They had no momentum, and it was just. I thought that was a shoe-in. That was a shocker. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, I thought that the Raiders would win also. But it's any given Sunday, man, in the NFL. It's any given Sunday.
Carr had some bad intercept. Like he had 2 bad interceptions.
Yeah. I think he had on back-to-back. Either sorry, the same guy picked him off twice. It was the same guy that picked. I think it was the same guy picking off twice. But yeah, I mean, if you go on a road, that's why going on a road in the NFL, man, it's always a good win on the road in the NFL, no matter if you win by 1 point or 10 points in the NFL. So
yeah, dude. I mean, a win is a win, especially in that league.
It's not nothing's given in the NFL. Not with the parity in the league. With the salary cap in the NFL, everybody has to spend a certain amount of money. You can't go over it like you can other sports franchises, other sports leagues. So the NFL was, and it's a lot of parity in the league. A lot of parity.
Yeah, no doubt. So the next game coming up, my New England Patriots taking on the Carolina Panthers, and our good old friend Sam Darnold.
Thank you.
He was seeing ghosts again.
I want to say thank you.
It didn't matter if he was in green and white or purple, or green and white or blue and black. Didn't matter the team. He was still seeing ghosts, and I think we picked him off 3 times, and it was a good overall team win. The Patriots come out victorious 24-6.
Wow.
And just a good overall team win. They shut down McCaffrey. It was just a good win. Good to see our rookie Ramondre Stevenson play well. He had a really good game. But I mean, Carolina's reverted back to or I should say Sam Darnold's reverted back to the Jets version of Sam Darnold. He has not been good the last couple of games.
He's not as good as he was at the beginning of the season. McCaffrey got hurt, and then they went south a little bit. And I know he returned this past weekend, but yeah, they're a different football team since McCaffrey got hurt a few weeks ago, several weeks ago. So, but yeah, thanks for that win, because it helps us out in the South. So, man, 24-6.
Yeah, no, he's reverted back to the Sam Darnold of old. So they started out 3-0, right?
Yeah, it was 3-0.
They started out 3-0, and now they're
4. Huh? They've got 4 wins now.
So they started out 3-0, and they're 4-5 right now.
That's right.
So it's like,
yeah, they won last week. They beat Atlanta last week.
They have not been good. It's the last like 5 weeks. They have not been good. And they're trending down too. Like I don't think Sam Darnold's the answer. I don't think he's the answer over there at all.
Huh.
I think they're in trouble with a quarterback. They got to find a some sort of stability with them in that position. And to shut McCaffrey down the way the Patriot defense did was impressive, man. He didn't do much of anything. He didn't do much of anything.
Good. That's good. We needed that.
I know we helped you guys out. We helped you out with that victory.
That win, yeah.
So here's probably the upset of the afternoon.
Oh yeah, I know what game you're talking about now. Damn.
Here's the upset of the afternoon. Probably the upset of the freaking season. The Jacksonville Jaguars at home beat the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
9-6.
Yeah, I mean, is this like
so
back in the 70s?
No touchdowns were scored, dude. No touchdowns were scored in this game. 5 field goals kicked the whole game. Let me repeat that. Not one single touchdown was scored this whole game.
That's crazy. That's crazy that in today's NFL or in any football sport, a league, that it's 9-6. I mean, the offense is usually rain. But man, that was.
I mean, just like not one touchdown in 60 minutes of football.
When I first saw that score, I was like, wait a minute, Bills lost 9-6. It's like, how? Jacksonville's not. I mean, but hey, kudos to Jacksonville. I didn't think they were going to win 2 games all year, and I think they've gotten 2 wins. So kudos.
They're still not. Jacksonville's still not a good team, though. That team is still not a good team.
That's bad. That's a bad loss for Buffalo. It's a bad loss
for Buffalo. Yeah,
it's an AFC loss, so it's a conference loss for one. It's a bad loss. It's a very bad loss for Buffalo.
A bad loss to a really bad team too.
Yeah, for a bad team. Yeah.
So here's another close game. We got another close one. We're still in the 1:00 time frame here, guys.
Still 1 o'clock.
The Vikings and Ravens the Vikings heading to the Ravens. Ravens at home, and the Ravens and Justin Tucker at the end takes care of business and finishes off the Vikings as the Ravens win 34-31 in overtime. Lamar Jackson, again, a 3-touchdown day, 266 in the air for Jackson and 120 on the ground. So he had himself a day against the Vikings.
And if I can just find a ways to lose, seems like. Minnesota just finds ways to lose.
They just can't stop anybody. You know what I mean? Like their defense just can't stop anyone. That's a huge part of their problem is their D just can't stop anybody. They can put points up. I mean, they scored 30 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you scored 31. You scored 31. That should get you the win. You should win that. You should win that. If you get 31 points, you
Justin Tucker is an offensive weapon in himself.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude is pretty much automatic from over 40 yards. And 40 to 50 yards, it's automatic with him. It's incredible how his long range accuracy is just stupid good.
Yeah, kickers now. I mean, I remember 10, 15 years ago, past 40 yards, it was iffy for a kicker, man. Now it's it's automatic after 50 yards that they're going to make the kick.
Yeah.
Kickers have gotten a lot better.
It's when you hit that 52, 53 yard mark where you start getting, you start going downhill. But from 40 to 50, most of those kickers can hit that, most of the kickers in the NFL can hit those kicks on a regular basis.
It's crazy.
I know. And that's a long kick, dude. 50 yards that's a long kick.
I know, and they make it seem so easy now. So
I know. All right, Chargers taking on the Eagles, and once again, a close game. So it's kind of sticking with the same theme as the last one. The Chargers will squeak out a win as they go on the road against the Eagles, go into the link, and squeeze out a 27-24 victory. Herbert with 350 plus in the air, 356 yards in the air, 32 of 38 for two touchdowns. Yeah. So that kid was slinging in that game.
Damn. Yeah, didn't the Chargers make a field goal at the end? Let's see.
They did. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah. And this was only a 29-yard field goal, but still won.
They held the Eagles in check too. Running game was not effective for Philly that game at all. The Chargers made Jalen Hurts beat him in the air.
Yeah.
Their rookie receiver did pretty good though. 5 catches for 116 yards and a touchdown. So Devontae Smith having himself a day.
The Heisman guy from Alabama. The Heisman.
So he had himself a day.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
what do you think about Jalen Hurts? You think he's the long-term solution there, or do you think he'll?
No, I don't think he is. I mean, he's doing okay for him. I mean, I don't think. I mean, they only threw the ball 17 times Sunday. I mean, he's not a guy that can go out there and pass it 50 times a game. It's just not his style. I mean, he worked well in college because he's a very good athlete. He's a very good athlete. I think he would do well being the Taysom Hill guy. How the Saints use Taysom Hill, coming at quarterback every once in a while, run the RPOs, and maybe catch the ball out of the backfield. I think Jalen Hurts could do that. I think he's that good of an athlete, but I don't know if I just don't know if he's a guy that can throw the ball 40 times a game, week in, week out. I just don't think he can do it. But I don't know.
All right, so moving on down. We're into our later games now. Green Bay taking on the Chiefs. So Green Bay going on the road into Arrowhead, taking on the Chiefs. This was another close game. Came right down to the end. Another low scoring affair too. Without Aaron, so Aaron Rodgers in the health and safety protocols there. So the Packers were without Aaron Rodgers. And it proved to be the Chiefs proved to be too much in the end. 13-7. Kansas City takes care of business at home and beats Green Bay. Jordan Love, 19-34 for 190 and 1 touchdown. So, and a lot of his passes too were just all you could tell it was his first he was just all over the place.
Yeah. But the Chiefs I know they won the game, and of course a win's a win. They got credit for the win, but the Chiefs, they're not a good football team this year.
No, they're gonna when they get into the play. I think if they get into the playoffs, they're gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle against better teams because there's just better teams out there.
They only scored 1 touchdown this past weekend. If Aaron Rodgers would have played, the Packers probably would have won the game. Packers probably would have won the football game if Aaron Rodgers was playing, but he wasn't. He wasn't playing, and they lost, and Kansas City won. So it doesn't really matter. But they do get the win, which that's all that counts. So they move on with the dub.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah. Nah, dude. Whether you win by an inch or a mile in the NFL today, it don't matter as long as you get the win.
Mm-hmm.
So the next game, the red-hot Arizona Cardinals going on the road and taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So a rivalry game here, a divisional game for the Niners and Cardinals, and the Redbirds take care of business 31-17 and they will go to 8-1 on the year, 5-0 in 5-0 on the road. Excuse me. So undefeated on the road of the Cardinals. So
And
that
they
team
should
is the Cards are a good team, man. They're a good football team this year.
They should be undefeated, but I mean we didn't do the game the stream last week, but because I think you had a game to do, but when they lost against the Packers, when the receiver just was AJ Green, he went AWOL in the end zone, and Green Bay picked it off in the end zone. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Kyle Murray gets hurt on that play too. But the Cardinals, they go on the road and they win without Hopkins or Kyle Murray this past.
Yeah, see that was impressive too. That's why that was a good win for them. Missing, being down Murray and
I was worried
Hopkins.
about it. Because I picked Arizona to win, and then when I heard that he wasn't going to play and Hopkins, I was like, oh shit, Frisco might win a close one. But Colt McCoy, man, seems like he's been in the league for 30 years, but man, he got the job done Sunday. Man, but Jimmy G, talk about quarterbacks that aren't the future. Frisco eventually needs to trade Garoppolo and move and just play Trey Lance all the time. Or I don't know who would want Jimmy G. He's not that good.
No, he's got a lot of issues, like a lot of issues to. He's I don't know, man. It's just tough. I don't know. Like,
but the Cardinals, man, they're the best team. They're the best team in the NFC. I know they lost to Green Bay. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
On Thursday night. I know they did lose to Green Bay, and they did lose to Green Bay. But I still think Arizona is the best team in the NFC. Even though they lost that game, I still think they're the best team in the
NFC. They're such a well-rounded team too. Like their defense is good, their offense is good, their special team, like they're whoever gets them in the playoffs is gonna have they're gonna be a really hard out in the playoffs.
Especially if they get home field. I know it's not a dangerous place to play over there in the in that little spaceship over there, but in the desert. But I just think that if Arizona has home field advantage, they're gonna be a tough out.
So I haven't heard. I've been trying to monitor this OBJ stuff, and I have heard nothing so far.
Yeah, where's he going?
Nowhere.
Who wants that cancer on their football team?
All right, so the Cardinals take care of business. That's a good team. They moved to 8-1. They beat the Niners 31-17. It wasn't even close. That score doesn't really tell the game, like the true story. How about the former Pittsburgh Steeler James Conner for the Cardinals? 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kittle had a good day, but that's the only one for the Niners that actually performed well.
What's up, Rick? Eric. I forgot I had the the chat. You know how the chat shows up on StreamYard, private chat and comments. I never clicked the comments. Private chat was up. I was wondering why is there nobody chatting? And then I click the comments and there's a whole shitload of comments.
So apparently OBJ's going to Seattle. That's what people are saying. Apparently, but I've heard nothing under confirmation. Like nothing.
Yeah, I heard that's one of his.
That's where OBJ wants to go. That doesn't mean he's going there. That's where he would like to go.
But I mean, I don't know if Seattle's not one of the favorites in the NFC.
But that's what I mean. Why would you go to Seattle? That's not a contender. Green Bay, the Bucks, and Arizona.
And Green Bay or the Bucks, one of those two teams. I
The
don't
Bucks
know.
or Arizona. Like those are the three teams you want. Why go to Seattle?
Yeah. Maybe because he can smoke weed up there. I don't know. So maybe I don't know. I think he's a head case wherever he goes. I don't think he's going to change his.
It honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he ended up on the Pats. It really wouldn't.
The Patriots.
They're one of the four. They showed interest. They have showed interest. It wouldn't surprise me if he ends up here.
The Saints definitely need a receiver. I just don't know if
they'll be able to make that move.
The Saints? I mean, it might be worth it. Risk versus the reward. It might be worth it to see if he is interested to come in here, but I don't know. Because we do need because Michael Thomas is out. He's all of a sudden he has a whatever a setback means. So, all right, we got the. I think we got
all
two
right,
games.
So let's move it down and continue here. Titans. Right. This was a good game. I did not expect this score either. So our final afternoon game, or I should say our final game of Sunday, the Sunday night game. Titans taking on the Rams. The Titans on the road in SoFi Stadium, and they get a big win there, 28-16. They take care of the LA Rams.
I mean, it was
not. I did not see that one at all. This is one that I thought the Rams were going to beat the Titans without Henry.
Stafford threw two interceptions on back-to-back plays, which was horrible. He threw that one. Now he was getting tackled in the end zone. He just throws the ball up in the air for some reason. It gets picked off. And then when they get the ball back, he throws another interception. So, yeah, Stafford didn't have his best game. The Titans really didn't run the football very well. They only ran the ball for 69 yards, 2.7 yards per rush. The Titans really didn't run the ball that well. Their defense won in the game. But they're going to miss Derrick Henry, which is, that goes without saying, but they're going to miss Derrick Henry. Big time.
Oh, absolutely. Because, dude, and let's be honest, right? Like, the Titans' offense runs through the run game. They run it through Henry. And, I mean, did they get the job done in LA? Yeah, they did. But that offense runs through Derrick Henry. Yeah. It does.
And he's going to be out for a while, if not the whole year.
Yeah, there's still like I don't even think the Titans are sure on the recovery. Like, they have an idea, but that doesn't mean it's set in stone. There's still a good chance that Henry could not be able to come back for the season.
But they did get the win. So they did get the win on the road.
Titans get a good.
And they're 7-2. I mean, they're 7-2. I mean, they're still a good football team, but I just think down the road, especially in the playoffs, Derrick Henry is going to be. It's going to be tough. It's tough for them.
I agree. I agree with you. Down the road, when you start seeing better competition and you start getting into the playoffs and you start seeing high quality competition weekly, I 1000% agree with you. That's where it's going to hurt. That's where it's going to get them down the line. Hey, Denikin, what's up? He said, want a sure bet for the Vikings? Hashtag fire that bum Cousins. I think your head coach is going before the quarterback, Danikin. Yeah, I think old Zimmer is going to be fired before. I think old Zimmer is going to get fired before anybody, if you want my opinion.
Yeah, Zimmer might be on the way out sooner than later.
I think it's only a matter of time before they get rid of him. I think his message, like I was talking to Valhalla, and he was saying that he thinks the message to the team has just got stale. And that happens after a coach is there for a certain, like, it just happens. Like, sometimes the message just gets stale and you need a new voice.
It happens. You need a a new voice in the locker room, and just something different.
Yeah, dude. No, absolutely.
Just like getting.
And he said it. He just said sometimes that message from a coach that's been there for a while just gets stale, and that the players stop listening.
It's just like getting a new girlfriend, Bobby. That new girlfriend's a lot better than the old one, huh?
Hashtag upgrade.
Upgrade hash. That's right.
Well, that's what we're about to do. We're about to upgrade.
Sam Darnold has I think it's a shoulder fracture. He's out for several weeks. It says.
Yeah, what did it? What they say, like a hairline fracture or something in his shoulder?
I'm watching I got the college game on. Let me rewind it and see what exactly popped up, because it popped up and it went away real quick. But supposedly he has, I think it's some kind of a shoulder, and he's likely out for. I mean, it says several weeks, but I mean, hey, that's breaking news. He has a shoulder fracture. Likely out several weeks. If he has a shoulder fracture, he's going to be out more than several weeks. I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a multi-week injury for sure.
Yeah. So
our Monday night game there, Goose, that was another good game. Two good storied franchises going at it. The Bears and the Steelers. The Steelers at home. So this at Heinz Field. Bears headed into town with a 3-5 record at the time, 3-6 now, as Steelers get the W 29-27. Steelers will move to 5-3.
The fourth quarter was back and forth. The fourth quarter was awesome. The first three quarters was dominated by Pittsburgh, but the fourth quarter, Chicago came back, and if it wasn't for a hip check by the ref, they might have won that game. Freaking referee hip checks a player.
Did you see, dude, how bad, the officiating in that fourth quarter of that game was terrible.
Yeah, I thought the Taunton call was weak, and I thought the referee's
the officiating in that game was awful.
He said, the referee said, no, this is a point of emphasis this year. The players know that. I have no idea why the Players Association went along with this rule change. I don't get it, but no, they went along with it. They went along with this rule change. So I don't get it, but yeah, Chicago. I thought that personal foul call was horrible, because it gave Pittsburgh
the whole game. That whole game was awful. The whole game, the officiating for that entire game was terrible. And it's a reoccurring theme now too, dude. You know what I mean? Like every week we're just seeing bad really bad blown calls.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it happens. It happens every week in a few games. But that was a good one for Pittsburgh, because that keeps them in the playoff chase in the AFC.
No, absolutely. It keeps them in the hunt. Keeps them in the playoff hunt for sure.
Yeah. Man. All right.
So let's now that we've recapped week 9, let's move it over to week 10.
And let's do better.
Let's make our picks for week 10.
Yeah, let's do better than
you ready?
7, 8, and 6.
Let's see if we could do a little better than last week. Yeah. And hopefully we don't. No, hopefully we can hit some of these games, because that was bad, man.
I think the Thursday night game will be okay, but you never know. Yeah, Thursday night game we should be all right.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So our first game of week 10, Thursday night football, the 6-2 Baltimore Ravens heading down to Florida there to play the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins 2-7. Yeah. So the Dolphins are the home team. I'm taking the Ravens. No brainer.
Yeah, unless Lamar Jackson and company get left at the bar down in South Beach somewhere. they're going to win this football game. Yeah, give me the Ravens.
Like that should be that. Now that's going to be a blowout. That's going to be one of those 44-17 games.
Yeah, give me the Ravens. I think that's going to be it.
What a horrible Thursday night game, though, huh? Ravens and Dolphins, like
that's what happens. When everybody has to play on Thursday night, which I understand, but they just need to ditch the Thursday night game. But they're not going to because it makes money. So, but
they really should, though. They really should just can it and not do it anymore.
If they're really worried about player safety, they would, because you're making players play on a short week. So, if you're really concerned about their player safety, like the NFL says in every commercial you see about it, you would ditch the Thursday night game, but they won't do it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
It's proven medically that the recovery time takes longer than Thursday to recover from the beat they take on Sundays. So those extra few days are a lot. I mean, they help out a lot, and these teams aren't.
No doubt, an extra 2 or 3 days, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our first 1:00 game, Goose. The Falcons, the 4-4 Atlanta Falcons, heading on the road down to Jerry's World to take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Man, who you got?
And
man?
I am going to pick them boys to rebound and beat up on the Falcons pretty good.
Yeah, boys. Cowboys 9-point favorites. I know Atlanta's playing. They're playing much better, but I am going to pick Dallas over there in Jerry's World. I think this game might be closer than the 9 points. I think because Atlanta is playing much better, but I can't see Dallas. I can't see Dallas landing 2 games in a row. I think Dallas is a good football team. Give me the boys.
I think they're just going to have a bounce back game after losing that last week. I think they're going to be pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so. Someone said Dak's not playing? Cavs family said something about we'll have to see if Dak is playing. Dak, did he get hurt?
No, Dak is going to play. Dak will play that game for sure. All right, coming up, I will leave this one for you, buddy. 1:00 p.m. East Coast time, noon Central. Your New Orleans Saints taking on the Tennessee Titans. Saints are 5-3, and the Titans are 7-2. Both of you guys have the same records. The Titans have the same. So the Titans are 3-1 at home, and you guys are 3-1 on the road.
Yeah.
So the division, this is a big game, dude. This means a lot.
Yeah, I know it's an AFC game for us and NFC for them, so it really doesn't really factor in the tiebreakers. But I think this is a bigger game for the Saints because if we lose, we'll have 4 losses. Hey, look, if Derrick Henry was playing this game, I would no doubt have picked the Titans. But the Saints are a yo-yo team this year. They get up, they get down, they go up, they get down. I know they won like 3 in a row and they lost last week. So I think the Saints are gonna yo-yo back and get the W. They'll do just enough on the road to get a victory. I think this is going to be a very close football game. But I'm going to pick the Saints Saints by 3. Saints by 3.
This could be a sneaky good game. It really this could be a sneaky good game because the Saints are going to want to rebound. They're going to want to rebound, and the Titans are carrying a lot of momentum after that win against LA. So this is going to be a good game.
Yeah, the Titans have a good defense. I know they're very physical, but I just if no Derrick Henry, I just don't know how they're going to run. I don't know how they're going to run the football with no Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Well, people underestimate the Saints. The Saints front is pretty good too. So it's like I said, that's going to be a good game.
And I know Matt Ryan torched us, but Matt Ryan's better than Tannehill. So I think the Saints might pick them off at least once. So give me the Saints.
So me and you are going to differ on that one. I'm going to take the Titans. I am going to take Tennessee.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Tennessee it's going to be close, though. I'm going to take Tennessee by a touchdown, and it's going to get scored in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Okay. I don't blame you.
But that could be one of the better games I
don't blame you.
Oh, the weekend. That could be one of the better games of the weekend because the Saints are going to want to, like you said, dude, they're a yo-yo team. They're going to want to rebound. They're going to you watch. They'll play really good this weekend. Like really good.
Yep.
All right, another 1:00 game. The 2-6 Jaguars taking on the 4-5 Colts. Jags are away. Colts are at home. And this is the money line is Indy minus 10.5. So they're saying Indy's gonna demolish the Jags. And I'm gonna tend to agree with that. I'm gonna take the Colts.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jacksonville won last week, but they scored 9 points. I mean that's fool's gold. They won last week. Give me the Colts at home. Give me the Colts at home.
Now this game coming up is going to be a good game. If both teams come to play, this is going to be a good game.
What we got?
The Browns headed into Gillette Stadium to take on the Patriots. I'm going to pick my Pats. I'm going to pick the Patriots. I think they're going to continue their win streak, and they're going to take Cleveland out. I think they're going to beat the Browns.
Wow.
I don't think it's going to be easy, but I do think they're going to get the win. Maybe by a touchdown or 10 points, but it's not going to be easy. That'll be a good game.
Man, so wow. So you picking the Patriots over the Browns. Well, talk about yo-yo teams. The Cleveland Browns are a yo-yo team because every time you think the Browns have figured it out, they just fall flat on their face. And I think they're going to fall flat on their face this Sunday. So give me the Patriots. The Browns had a big win last week. And how many times have you seen the Browns last few years? They get a big win, and then they just lose the next game.
Oh, so, that's Goose. That's right. Nick Chubb is in health and safety protocols. He's not playing.
Oh, he is? Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't going to pick the Browns anyway. But
yeah, so he is not going to be available for Cleveland in that game.
Yeah, but I'd have picked
or their other running back too. Both of their running backs. Chubb, I believe, tested positive, and then the other one is in like
okay. Protocol.
And then the other one is what's that? Close contact tracing or whatever. So I don't think either one of them is going to play.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I was going to pick New England anyway. Because of,
you're like, I wasn't going to pick them anyway. They suck. So.
I mean, because like I said, the Browns are just a yo-yo team, like the Saints. Every time you think they figured it out, they'll lose a game. So, they were going to lose the game with Chubb anyway because they were going to find a way to lose. So I see.
All right, so we are still in the 1 o'clock time frame, Goose, and our next game. This is a divisional game, a AFC East divisional game. Bills taking on the Jets. The Bills going down to MetLife. The Jets are home. The money line is Buffalo minus 13, so they think it's going to be a slaughter. And I picked Buffalo last week, and they disappointed me, but I don't think they're going to disappoint me this week. I think they're going to crush the Jets.
Yeah, I agree. I think Buffalo will rebound and beat the Jersey Jets. Yeah, give me the Bills.
MetLife Stadium smells too, bro. Like that stadium is not a good one. I'm sorry. All right, still in the 1 o'clock time frame here, Goose.
What we got next?
The 0-8 Detroit Lions taking on the 5-3 Steelers in Heinz Field. So Steelers are at home. Detroit going on the road. Pittsburgh, the money line is Pittsburgh -9. And I would take the money line and the Steelers. This game is going to be a slaughter.
Yeah, Detroit might not win a game all year. I think they had their chance to win and they didn't. The game that they should have won, they didn't. I think give me Pittsburgh.
The sad part is like they realistically have a shot to go 0-17, like realistic shot for it to happen.
That's insane. Didn't they go 0-16?
They did. They already went 0-16, so they're going to be the first team to go 0-16 and 0-17.
Oh my god, that'd be embarrassing.
I mean, just look at it like this, right? The two of the greatest NFL players to ever step foot on a field, two of the greatest NFL players to ever step foot on a field, Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders, quit the organization because it was run so shitty. They were like, your organization is sucking the life out of me. I quit. I'm retiring. That's how bad it is down there, dude. It's bad.
Man.
Like it's real bad. I don't think they are going to win a game all year. I think they're going to go 0-17. I mean, I really do. So who you taking? You taking the upset? You're going to pick the Lions?
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
All right, me too. So still in the one. This is our final 1 o'clock game, Goose. The Buccaneers on the road. They will head north to take on the Washington football team.
Wow.
The money line for that is Tampa Bay -9.5. I'm going to take the Bucs, and they are going to demolish Washington.
Yeah, give me Tampa, Tom. Give me Tampa, Tom. Washington's not that good. They're not a good football team. Again, give me the alien. He's gonna win again. They'll bounce back.
Tom Brady isn't human, guy. He isn't human.
He's an alien. He's from Mars, somewhere. Mars, Mercury. He's from somewhere.
The dude is 44 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so our first 4 o'clock game on the East Coast here. First 4 o'clock game, the Carolina Panthers headed on the road down to the Valley of the Sun to take on the Arizona Cardinals. So them Redbirds headed into this game at 8-1.
Redbirds and
you picking the Cardinals?
Yeah.
The money line for that game is Arizona -10. And
I think Arizona.
Let me just say this, right? If Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts against the Pats defense, wait till he runs into Arizona's down there. It's not going to be pretty. It's really, really not going to be pretty. The Panthers are going to get killed by the Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah. So give me the Redbird Cards.
I will take the Cardinals as well. All right, second 4:05 start game or late afternoon game. The Vikings headed on the road to take on the LA Chargers.
Interesting game.
I kind of want to pick the upset, but I just don't trust Minnesota enough. You know what I mean? So I'm probably going to stick with the Chargers. I don't have the I don't have the nuts to pick the upset. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I just can't trust Minnesota enough.
All right. Well, I'm picking Minnesota. I'm gonna pick Minnesota. I think
You're
they're
going to
gonna
take the upset. All right.
I'm gonna pick the upset because there's gonna be an upset in the NFL this week. I mean, all the favorites aren't gonna win. They never do. So give me Minnesota going on the road because it's not really a home game for the Chargers, and they don't have a home. They don't have fans over there in LA. So give me Minnesota.
So he's taking the upset. You're taking the upset. All right. That's all right. I'm picking the upset for this game.
Next one.
So our next game, once again, we are in the late afternoon games, guys. This is a 4:25 start on CBS. The Philadelphia Eagles headed on the road to Mile High Stadium there to take on the Denver Broncos. And I'm going to take the home team. I'm taking Denver.
Ooh. Taking the Bronx.
I am taking the Denver Broncos to beat the Eagles.
Wow. Good pick. But I'm going the other way again. I think Denver had a big win against the Cowboys. I think they're going to have a letdown. Give me the Eagles. The Eagles are going to go on the road, and the Eagles are going to get a victory this Sunday. Give me Philadelphia. Give me the Birds.
That is a very small money line too. It's Denver minus 2.5. So they think it's going to be a close game.
But give me the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right. Yep.
All right, our next 4:25 start. This is the last afternoon game, guys, before we get into Sunday night football. So the final afternoon game, the Seattle Seahawks sitting at 3-5, headed on the road down to Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to take Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers should probably be back for that game. So I am going to take Green Bay. And looking at the money line, it's Green Bay -3. I would also take them on the money line as well. So I would take them straight up, and I would take them to cover. They are definitely going to win by more than 3. What do you got, Goose?
Am I going to go 3 in a row for the underdogs? Russell Wilson practiced. He practiced. Russell Wilson probably will play Sunday.
I'm hearing that they're hopeful he's going to play. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. It says here that Russell Wilson participated in practice on Monday, and he threw the ball well. So that's what Pete Carroll said. Man, I'm going to pick the Seahawks. Give me $300 in a row. I'm picking Seattle. I'm going to go on a limb here.
I'm going to win this week. You're going really 3-0, 3 for 3 on the underdog. That's a ballsy pick there.
I'm gonna give me Seattle. Give me Seattle. All right. Give me Seattle.
All right. So we are headed into Sunday night football, and it's a good one. This is going to be a good game. The 5-4 Kansas City Chiefs on the road to play the Las Vegas Raiders.
Wow.
I'm taking the home team. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, I know, and it says the Chiefs are 2.5-point favorite, but I mean, the Chiefs aren't that good. They're really not. I know this is technically an upset pick, but I don't really think it is. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders at home over there in the Death Star, because that is going to be a home crowd advantage for them over there in the stadium in the desert. Give me the Raiders. The Raiders.
So
What's
here's
up,
a little bit of a little bit of breaking news. This came out about 20 minutes ago from Evan
Okay.
Lazar, who is a Patriots beat writer. And this says the hashtag Patriots interest in Odell Beckham is very real.
Very real.
I'm told they're in the running for OBJ. It's going to come down to OBJ's decision between Belichick versus an established quarterback.
No.
So basically, does he want the coach or the established quarterback? You know what I mean? That's what he's saying.
Huh.
Honestly, I might take OBJ here. I might take him here. You know, I was a hard no for a while, but you know what? Like having that talent on the field and knowing that Bill could possibly try and manage it, I might give it a shot, man. I might roll the dice with OBJ.
Yeah, I agree.
So, what do you got, man? The Raiders and the Chiefs.
I got the Raiders.
You taking the Raiders too? I'm taking the Raiders too. Give me the home team, man.
I know it's technically an upset, but I just don't think it is. Give me the Raiders.
How this year? How can you trust Kansas City? You just you like. There's nothing automatic about them this year at all. You know what I mean? Nothing automatic with them.
Man, give me the Raiders.
All right, moving on to Monday Night Football in Week 10. The LA Rams headed on the road to face their old friend there, the San Francisco 49ers. Niners at home. It is the money line. The money line is in favor of LA. They are giving 4 points. So LA -4. I'm going to take the Rams. I once again, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is a massive, massive issue. And I think the Rams are going to rebound and they're going to make a statement and they're going to put their foot on San Francisco and drop the hammer.
Yeah. This was when I was growing up, when I was a youngin'. Yeah, this was a rivalry with Jim Everett and Joe Montana back in the late 80s, the early 90s. And then when Steve Young was there with Frisco, but those days, I just don't think Frisco, they don't have the quarterback to run with LA. Give me the Rams. I think Stafford will rebound from his performance this past weekend. So yeah, give me the Rams. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I just got a feeling they're gonna bounce back. They're gonna bounce back, and they're gonna. I have no trust in the Niners and Jimmy Garoppolo in particular. Like that dude is. You want to talk about being a yo-yo? Every time they take the field, and it's an adventure with him. They gotta figure something out. They either gotta get rid of him and start over and try again, or go with Lance and just get rid of They should have picked Mac Jones. To be honest, Mac Jones runs that. They should have picked Mac Jones instead of Trey Lance. They made a mistake there.
But what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? But so we got some different opinions in those three games. Well, we had one. We differ on the Saints and the Titans, and then the Vikings, Chargers, Eagles, Broncos, and Seattle and Green Bay. So maybe one of us can go like undefeated. That'd be kind of nice.
Bro, if OBJ is announced, there's a lot of Patriot beat writers here that are saying that the Pats are really in on him, they're saying that the team is going in for OBJ. There's a lot of Pats beat writers saying it. If they get him in the middle of the night, I might lose my mind. I'm going to have to turn my notifications back on for Twitter. That's going to suck because they'll be going off every 30 seconds.
Yeah. I usually turn my Twitter Twitter notifications. I turn them off on draft night in the NFL and NBA because I don't want to be notified of some idiot, Ian Rappaport or who's the guy that's for the big guy Wojnarowski.
Wojnarowski, yeah.
He wants to tweet the 10 picks in a row. He wants to tweet out to be first. I mean, I hate that, man. I just when I watch the NBA draft, I just turn my Twitter notifications off because I mean it's stupid, man. Why you do that? You ruin the draft for anybody that's watching. But it's easy, but it's very, very easy to turn those notifications off. So there is a way around it. So and then once the nights are just then you put your notifications back on. It's that simple. So but because I hate that. I mean, because he tweets out like 5 picks in advance. The Orlando Magic could be picking at number 2, and he has like 5 picks in a row tweeted out, and you know who's picking, 7th, and they're not on the clock yet. I hate that. I'm surprised the NBA allows that, because the NFL cracked down on that a few years ago. The NFL cracked down.
Yeah, they told them not to do it until the pick is announced, right?
They told them not to do it until it's announced, because they wanted people to watch the draft.
Because I remember all people would do was just check Twitter to see who got drafted where.
Yeah, and talk about aliens. Adam Silver looks like a freaking alien. He's one
he does.
He really looks like an alien. So, man. Yeah, that's right. And Cab he has a good point. How people change their name on Twitter, like to Rappaport, and they'll spell it differently. So it's at first glance you think it's Ian Rappaport, but it's really not, and somebody will run with it. So yeah, so horrible, man. But Twitter is always toxic. Yeah.
So we differ on some picks this week. We got like 4 or 5 of them that we're different on.
Good. It's good. That's good.
So one of us is going to look really smart, and the other one's going to look really dumb.
Yeah, sometimes I take chances. I took a chance. I think some of them have a chance. I think the Seattle has if Russell Wilson plays, because he's a game changer when he plays.
Oh yeah, no, dude.
Game changer.
If he plays, I could see Seattle winning that game. I really could.
Because Minnesota's. Like you said, they don't know how to win a game, but they're capable of winning that game. They are. They're very capable of winning that game. They probably won't, but the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a little better than. I'm just not sold on the Broncos, man. Just not sold on the Broncos. I know they won last week, but that was I don't know, man. So I don't know. But man,
we got. There's once again, dude. There's going to be some good football played. There's a few really good games in there. I think that Saint game is going to be a good one. I think that's going to be a sneaky good game. New Orleans is going to rebound. Like, I do think they're going to rebound. They'll play a lot better this Sunday. I think a lot better. I think Kamara is going to have a big day. They just got to sort that.
And we saw Mark.
If they can run the football, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They just got to. They have to run it. If they run it, they're fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's going to be some good football being played. So we'll see how we do.
So what's the weather like up north up there, man?
It's not bad. It's like 55, 65, but it's not like, so this is like the last week of our like quote unquote nice weather, because next week it's going down into the 40s and it's not looking back.
Yeah, I think Saturday night here, I think they projected the low of 39 on Saturday night. So
in the mornings it's been like 38, 37, 39, 41, it's been low like that. But like by like midday it's like 60. It warms up to like 55, 60.
Yeah, a cool front's supposed to come through, I think Friday or Saturday. It's supposed to rain Thursday, so it must be coming through Thursday night. So
Yeah, so we're gonna get rain on Friday, and then literally Saturday on, it's just gonna be 40s. The whole like it's it's getting like this week is it for the 50, for the 60-degree, close to 60-degree weather. This is it. Welcome to November. Welcome to 45
It's
every
coming
day.
up. I think the high Saturday is going to be in the upper 50s here, so which is that's pretty cool for us. But so, but yeah, but it's November, so it's supposed to be cool. You're not supposed to be running You're not supposed to be running your freaking AC in November. Like we were in the middle, like we were towards the end of October. Running the air conditioner because it's like 85 degrees outside. Man.
Yeah, man.
That's why like
you guys down there come up, spend a year up here, spend a winter up here, see how you like it.
Hey, probably give me a week, and I'll probably be like, man, fuck, get me out of here, man.
Motherfucker, in January, if it's 40 degrees, we're wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I swim in 55, bro. I swim in 55 degree. We go swimming and we go to the beach at 55 degrees. Shit.
I do like this shed now that we built out here. That we needed something to put our lawn equipment in. So it's big enough for me to have a TV in here, have my little computer desk. But we were gonna get it insulated and walled, but man, they wanted so much money. We just told them no. I mean, we'll probably do it ourselves. You can spray foam all this shit in here, the spray foam insulation, and then just hang sheetrock in here. But yeah, I mean, they wanted so much money. I mean, they wanted it was an astronomical price, and we're like, no, we don't really need it that bad. We don't need it walled that bad. I mean, we can. I mean, it was cool. The other night it was in the 50s. So when I was streaming, so I had a little space heater in here, and it worked fine. So a lot better than going outside. I used to stream in the back porch, and it was fine during the summer months, but sometimes it does get cold at night. Now I know you make light of it and you joke around, but sometimes it does get in the 30s at night. And when you're sitting outside, you gotta have a jacket on. Otherwise you're gonna be shivering. But so
hey, so here's some breaking news, right? As of 23 seconds ago, Adam Schefter, Packers fined $300,000 for.
Oh, so I saw that, yeah.
For COVID violations of the NFL and the NFL Players Association, while Aaron Rodgers and so the team fined $300,000. Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard were fined $14,650 individually.
$14,000.
That's like a half a quarter for them. I mean, that's like 8 minutes of play.
How is he going to survive with a $14,000 fine? My God.
So come on, man. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Do you really think he was going to get anything else with a slap on the wrist? Come on. I could have seen that coming a mile away. He wasn't. They weren't going to punish him at all. Cab says in Hawaii, he said in Hawaii, people wear sweats and sweatpants in 60 degree weather. I have relatives in Arizona that are like that. It'll be like 75 and they're in sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
Really?
Because it's normally 112 for them.
112. It's a dry heat, Bobby. It's a dry heat. Yeah.
You might as well just walk into an oven. Just sit in an oven and close the door. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That's a dry heat too.
Yeah, dry heat. No, you don't. The heat is when it's 100 degrees outside and the humidity is 90%. And
that's what it's like for you guys in the summer down there.
It's like and the heat index is 120. And that's in the shade. That's in the shade. So, man. But, yeah. So where's I saw Diesel hanging around. He's not trying to commandeer the stream.
Hey,
there he is.
You sleeping? He's like, I was, asshole, until you yelled at me. What are you doing? Huh? Nothing.
Yeah, I would go get my dog, but he's inside, and if I bring him in here, he'll want to go. He'll want to go back inside real quick. He doesn't like being on camera. He doesn't like being on camera. But my wife the other day, I was out here watching TV because sometimes I feel like because she's watching TV in the room in the living room. I was watching TV in here and I had the door closed, and she called me and says, "You got a visitor at the door." I thought she meant the front door, and so I walk outside and he's laying back here outside the door right here by the shed, and then I looked at the clock. The clock said 5 o'clock. I said, "Oh, that's why he's over here because he knows he needs to get fed." Little bastard. He knows when 5 o'clock is. He knows when 5 o'clock comes, and means why is there no food in my bowl? Smart little son of a bitch.
I'm telling you right now, before we cut this thing off, I think Odell's going to be a Patriot. He's wanted to play for them for a while, and I know it's not like a ideal quarterback situation, but there's a path for them to at least get to the playoffs. And not only that, if he's on this team, if he gets to the Pats, he will be the number one receiver. They will throw to him 12 times a game. Easy. You know what I mean? Because the Patriots don't have any competition. The Patriots have no competition for him for a number one. Why would you go to Green Bay when you're not going to see Aaron Rodgers is going to throw to freaking Devontae? Like he's going to add him. Why would you go? Why would you go to Arizona? Why would you go to Arizona? They got DeAndre like. And then the Chargers have Keenan. Like there's contender teams out there, but they all have wide receiver ones except for the Pats.
And the Saints.
It makes sense.
And the Saints, we don't have a number one either. So
or New Orleans, they don't have a number one receiver either.
He would get like you said, he'd get 15 targets probably
a game. Every game they would throw to him 12 to 15 times a game.
Yeah,
without a doubt. He's going to go to a team that's going to be one of those teams and not like, because he wants the football, dude. He wants to get the ball. He wants to make the catches and make the plays. I'm telling you, he's not going to go to these teams that people think. He's going to end up somewhere like a New Orleans, like a Pats, he's somewhere like that needs a wide receiver one that's going to throw to him.
Probably.
I think it's more likely he ends up on one of those teams than he does the others. And the Saints got the money to pay him next season too. They can re-up his contract and renegotiate and pay him,
Yeah, I think next year we should have some a little better money next year.
But that's what I mean. The beginning of next season, you guys are going to be able to renegotiate his contract too. So I'm telling you, dude, he's not going to go to a team where people think. I think it's going to be some team that they're not expecting that's going to get him. Because he's not going to go. If I'm him, why would you go to one of these teams that already has a wide receiver one? Why would you? Why though? Why go to a team that already has a wide receiver one when you're not going to be the guy? He wants to be the guy.
He does. He does when he does.
So it just like those teams that everybody's saying just don't make sense. The Packers don't make sense. The Cardinals don't make sense. The Chargers don't make sense. Just a lot of these teams just don't make sense for him business wise to go because he won't see the football.
Right. Like
the Saints make sense because they don't have a wide receiver one. Some of these name Name some of these teams that have halfway decent quarterbacks that need a wide receiver one. He's not going to go to the Cowboys. They have a receiving core that's all, he's going to want to go somewhere that the Cowboys are a contender, but like he wants to be the number one guy. Like CeeDee Lamb and Cooper are ahead of him in that, in that aspect of stuff. So like, I think he's going to go to a team where he can, he might have to take it a step down a notch. But like, I do think he'd rather go to a team that is going to throw to him over, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't think, I mean, he could go to Green Bay. Hey, what's up, Pat? He could go to a team like Green Bay or one of these contenders, but at the same time, like, I think if it were me, it would be an easy business decision. I'd want to be the number one receiver and get the ball 12 times a game.
Yeah, I'd want to go to a good team first.
Maybe go to like a wild card team instead, So a bubble playoff team that is gonna, that you could possibly be the missing piece for. You know what I mean?
I just don't know if he had a lot of baggage with Beckham. Just
but so did Randy Moss when Randy Moss when he came to the Pats.
I know he did. You're right. When Randy Moss came to the Patriots, he had the baggage.
But the same thing too. Like Sean Payton's good with dealing with those kind of players too. He's good with dealing with those kind of guys too. Like keeping them in line or keeping them out of trouble. Helping keeping them. The same, like a team like that makes more sense to me than some of these other teams. Because a lot of the contenders already have wide receiver ones.
Right, they do. Look at that. That's why they're contenders, because they have those number one receivers.
I mean, the Rams would be interesting because they don't really. I mean, they have Cooper Kupp, but OBJ would stretch. OBJ would stretch the field. Like the Rams would make sense. That would be a dangerous combination. Cooper Kupp on one side and OBJ on the other. That would be a dangerous combo.
It would be because they have
and then you have Robert Woods in the slot. And then they have Matthew Stafford, who's an accurate quarterback too. So it's like, but like the Rams would make more sense than Green Bay to me.
Right.
Luke, people have been saying OBJ is going to end up on the Pats for freaking years.
I think we're going to see something by tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll find out, or maybe tonight. I think by tomorrow at the latest, because tomorrow's Wednesday. I think tomorrow at the latest we'll find out where. I don't think he's going to wait too long to make a decision.
So for all you Bruins fans in the chat, Connor Clifton for the Bruins just absolutely beat the ever-living snot out of a Senators player. Just absolutely beat the snot out of him.
That's right. The Bruins are playing. Right.
They got the Ottawa Senators today.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think latest tomorrow morning we hear where he's going.
Tomorrow, I think tomorrow latest.
But Pat says he doesn't want him and they don't need him. Pat, I don't think you guys need him. You got plenty of wide receiving talent as it is. You don't need him down there, and he wouldn't it just doesn't make sense, dude. It doesn't make any sense for him to go to a place like that where there's already 3 all-star caliber receivers there. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't. A lot of teams don't make sense. There's the Saints make sense. The Patriots make sense. A team like he's not going to want to go to like the bottom tier teams. So like the Jets, the Jags, the Lions, they're out. He's not going to go there. So you're looking at some of these middle. I don't think he's going to go to Carolina because they don't, Sam Darnold's not a good quarterback.
Right.
Like and you obviously have to throw the Giants back in the mix. They might try and get him to go back home.
That'll be nuts. if that
You're
happens.
like the Raiders might try and get him because they're going to need a guy to stretch the field after Henry Ruggs,
Yeah, yeah,
is gone. He's going to be looking more. If I was him, I'd be looking more at teams like that over the top 5 or 6 or 8 teams because he's not going to see the usage that he wants, and he's
right.
going to be bitching about the same thing if he goes to one of those contenders than he is right now. That he didn't see enough targets and nobody threw to him.
Yep. I agree.
But I could see him on the Saints, though. I could see Peyton making that move. I absolutely could. Trading away a couple of draft picks for Beckham. I could see him making that move.
We have no number one. And who knows if Michael Thomas is going to even come back next year? Because I have my doubts that Michael Thomas will.
And you could even is
year.
Thomas a free agent? Or
no,
is he?
No, he just signed a contract, but I mean they might try to trade him.
So you could trade, like, that would be a ballsy move. All right, we want OBJ. I'll give you Mike Thomas and a pick.
Yeah.
Or like OBJ, or we could say like you can what I mean, like you can just say, like, you could tell Odell Beckham, like, don't worry, dude, we're going to trade Mike Thomas, so you're going to be our number one. You know what I mean? You could tell him that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how you could lure him to New Orleans. Just say, look, dude, he's here now, but he won't be here. You'll be the number one guy.
Man.
Oh, that's right. The Raiders did get Desean Jackson. I forgot about that. That's right. But it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be this. He would be a good fit on the Saints too. He would. That would be interesting. That would be a good stretch the field guy. But I think that's all we got for everybody tonight, right?
Yep. But yeah, I think we'll find out probably about tomorrow where Odell Beckham decides. So because he did clear waivers, so
yeah, so he can decide where he wants to go. Nobody picked him up. I had a feeling he would get through. I didn't think anybody. I think people. I had a feeling that he would clear him.
Yeah, I figured. I kind of figured it'd be a day or two, and he would clear waivers.
The biggest threat were the first 6 or 8 teams. Once he got past those teams, I don't think anybody was going to take him.
Yeah. Man.
That's right. That's right, Pat. OBJ is from Louisiana. Very true.
Yeah, because he went to LSU. But
he did go to. That's a good point. That's a good point. You might wake up in the morning, Goose, and have OBJ. OBJ.
I mean, he went to high school in New Orleans. So
did he?
Yeah. He went to Newman High School where Peyton Manning went. So, but I mean, he'll probably, we're talking about teams that he can go to be the number one guy, but he's probably gonna piss us off and go to the Buccaneers or something like that, and ring chase. So, or the Packers. So that's what I anticipate. I think that we talk about places that he could really succeed and be the number one guy. He'll probably go play for the Buccaneers or the Packers and some shit like that.
And go chase a ring. Yeah, absolutely.
Chase the ring.
He better not pick the Packers though, because they're gonna lose anyways. We all know how Aaron Rodgers ends in the playoffs with disappointment.
But
so if he knows better, he'll go pick the Bucs if that's the case.
Right. Yeah, he'll go pick the Bucs, and Tampa Tom will get his 8th ring, huh?
His 8th ring.
Leedy might die if that happens.
Yeah. His head might explode.
If Leedy might just die if Tom wins his 8th Super Bowl.
I'd never let him live it down. Ever. I'm going to torture that dude until the end of time.
Yeah.
We play the Steelers next season in Pittsburgh.
Rick's from he says he's a guy from Canada. Man, he's way up there and I'm way down here. He's way up north up there in Canada. I'm way down south by the Gulf of Mexico. Man, geez.
Luke says start a GoFundMe for Leedy's therapy.
Yeah. He's definitely need some therapy because I know how much he hates Tom Brady. Look, I used to hate Tom too, but I'm just man, I'm a fan. I mean the guy's gonna play till he's 50. So I've already accepted the fact that he's gonna play till he's 50. So when you accept things, you handle them much better. Like the Pelicans. The Pelicans are a garbage basketball team. I've accepted that they're gonna suck. So it doesn't bother me no more. So,
bro, Goose, the Pelicans have been playing bad, dude. Like it's bad. It's bad.
No, well, Zion weighs about 300 pounds. I don't know why.
Dude, he's Fat Albert. He's Fat Albert on the court.
Everybody says
just waddling his way around.
Trade him. Trade him to who? He can't play. I mean, who are you going to trade him for? The dude can't play. He physically cannot play basketball right now. He won't play till February. I mean, his foot's messed up. He's fat. He's out of shape.
Dude, he looks so different. Like they showed him on the court, like just like walking around the other one pregame that I saw. Dude, he's huge.
I know.
Not in a good way.
He needs to go play linebacker or defensive line for the Saints, maybe. But he can't play. He can't play power forward in the NBA. He can't play more than play 10 minutes a game because he's out of breath.
Yeah.
I think he might. When he's played and he's in shape, he's very good. But he's just been out of shape and injured for the majority of his time here. So. I
mean, I think it's too early to say bust, but
right. But this is going to be a big. This will determine if he's a bust or not. How he comes back from this little foot injury he has. But if he can't get in shape and lose about 20, 30 pounds, I mean, what's he eating? What is he eating? Because dude, when I was,
you want to know what he's eating? Everything.
Yeah, but Bobby, when I was his age, I ate everything and I didn't gain any weight. When you're that young, usually your metabolism is so fast. If you eat 2 large pizzas, you don't gain an ounce. So, but you're right. He's eating green beans and ho-hos and Hot Pockets, Calvin, ding dongs, ice cream, Oreos. He's eating all that stuff. Obviously, he's not eating healthy. I mean, there's no way he's eating healthy, and he's 300 pounds. There's just no way. It's impossible. It's impossible.
He looks like bad. You know what I mean? Like, you see him on the court, and he is not in any way, shape, or form in playing shape.
He's not. That's why trade him. Trade him for who? Who's going to trade for him? Because you can't play. He can't play.
If I had to guess, he probably has to drop 25 pounds.
Luke Nealon would say, "What's a ding dong? You ever seen those little chocolate little circular cakes with the cream in the middle? They call ding dongs. With Hostess makes it. Hostess? I think Hostess makes ding dongs. But this little chocolate little cake is square, and they call ding dongs. It's got a little cream in the middle. So, but that's what he eats. Man, those are really good. If you put them in the freezer, those little ding dongs, and you take them out and let them defrost for a few minutes. Those are really good.
Yeah, you freeze them, right? Cool, chill them, right?
You freeze them and then you take them out and let them defrost for a few minutes. Then they're really good. Those are good. So.
But those were, I think that's all we got for everybody, right, Goose? I think we made our picks and we went over last week.
And then we just shit talk for about 40 minutes, but that's all right. Hopefully you get a few pennies out of YouTube for that. You know.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
YouTube and their monetization and their you get a few pennies.
But we're different on like 6 picks this week, I think, right?
Let's see.
5
I
or
think
6
I think 4. See 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
4 picks. All right.
That's good. We need to be different. Yeah. Need to be different. But yeah, man. So yeah. It's up to Bobby if you haven't. It's up to me too. It's up to both of us because we'll be on my little channel next week.
So next week, guys, we're gonna be going over week 10 and running through week 11 over on Goose's channel. So that's Goose Sports. I'll put it after we end this thing. I'm gonna put his link in the description so you can go over there and sub that channel. Sub to his channel. He does all the New Orleans sports and some Yankee baseball. Great
Yankees, huh?
Games.
So why do the Yankees? Because they come on at a reasonable time for me, like 6 o'clock for me. And
yeah, so you're not up to like
9.
You're not up to 1 in the morning.
They end at 9. Like I don't know how Bad Dog does the Lakers. I'm gonna drop my link. Let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah, can you drop it in the chat? Put it in the put it right in the chat.
Let's see if it lets me. I don't know how
so
Bad
we'll be
Dog
over on Goose's channel next week, going over week 10 and predicting week 11. Dude, already in week 11.
I know.
We only got 6 more games to go.
We're in week 10. We're in week 10.
Well, I mean, we're so we got 7 games to go. That's it. 7 more.
Wow. And then we're gonna be crying for football in a few months. We'll be crying for football.
I know. By March, we're gonna be like, oh my God, come back.
Come back, football, come back. Yeah, but I thought no Bad Dog. No Bad Dog does the Laker games, and they come on the East Coast for him. And so
like 10, 15, 10:30.
I mean,
10, 15.
Like 12, 1 o'clock. Man, I don't know how he does it.
Dude, it's every bit of 1 a.m. by the time they end.
I don't know how he does it. Then he has to get up and go to work. So, but he does.
That's the main reason why I can't do the late Celtic games.
Yeah,
like the West Coast games because they start at 10 o'clock here. I'll get like 2 hours of sleep if I do those games.
Yeah,
because I gotta be up at 3:45.
If you were in your 20s, you could do it because you just wouldn't go to sleep. I mean, I've done that before when I was like 20, 21, 22.
Oh,
you just go out and then you just don't go to sleep. You go to work. You just go to work.
Oh yeah, I've been there, dude. That was my 20s. That was
you just don't go to sleep. You just go straight to work. Wait, man. All right, man. I think that's gonna be it for us.
But have a good one, guys. We appreciate the support as always. Go and make sure you're subscribed to my buddy there, Goose, that I do these picks with. We're gonna be on his channel next week, going over week 10 and predicting week 11. Hopefully. What are we at right now before we take off? What are we sitting at right now? Who's winning?
Oh, hold on. I can add it real quick because let's see. Okay, so I was up 3-2. I'm up by 3 games.
You're all right. So this is close, man. It's gonna come down to it again.
I'm up by 3 games. So so it's gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna come down to the wire.
But thanks again, Goose, for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I know it's been hectic the last couple of weeks to try and get this thing back on track.
Yeah, because I think you had a Celtics game to do, and so
I had a Celtics, and then like I had something going on for the other week too. It
might have been the Bruins. So
something like that. Yeah.
Might have been the Bruins.
But we're back on track. We're going to be back at it again next week, and we will see you guys then. Thanks for the support, and we're out of here, guys. Everybody have a good one. Peace.